Have you ever just stopped and realized something feels off? You're still here, you're still getting through the day, and to everyone else, everything seems perfectly fine. But inside, you don't feel like yourself anymore. Things that used to excite you now feel distant. Your thoughts seem a bit slower, and your emotions feel flatter, like a landscape that's lost its color. And the hardest part, you can't quite put your finger on why. You're not in a crisis, you're not falling apart, but the person you remember being feels like a stranger. This isn't something that happens overnight. It creeps in slowly, day by day. The constant stress becomes your new normal. The pressure just becomes part of your routine. All that tension you've been holding turns into background noise you barely notice anymore. You adapt, you cope, and you just keep pushing forward. Then one day, you look in the mirror and realize you've been in survival mode for so long. You've forgotten who you were before all of this. In psychology, this is often linked to chronic emotional suppression. It's not about one big traumatic event, but rather the long-term effect of protecting yourself, day in and day out. This is why you might feel so emotionally distant. When your nervous system is constantly overloaded, it starts to prioritize stability over everything else. It starts to see deep feelings as a risk. Caring too much feels energetically expensive. Reacting with passion takes too much effort. So, your internal system and thus turns the volume down on your emotions. It's not that you don't feel anything. It's that feeling too much once felt unsafe. From the outside, this can look like you're numb. But on the inside, it just feels like you're disconnected. And this is when "I'm fine" becomes your automatic response. Many people who feel this way are still highly functional. They go to work, they talk to friends, they show up where they need to be, but it's all on autopilot. You find yourself responding to life instead of truly engaging with it. You're managing your days instead of living them. Because you're not visibly struggling, you might even start to doubt yourself. You think, am I just overthinking this? Am I being ungrateful? Maybe this is just what being an adult feels like. But let me tell you, losing connection to yourself is not a personality trait. It's a signal that something needs your attention. And this is where it gets really confusing. You try to fix it by resting. You take a vacation. You sleep in. You try to do less, but you still don't feel restored. That's because what you've lost isn't just energy. It's access to yourself. You don't find your way back thus by stopping. You come back when your body and mind finally feel safe enough to be present again. If any of this resonates with you, know that you're not alone, and it's okay to seek support. Sometimes, talking to a professional can help you find that path back to yourself. Thanks for watching, and take care. Living in constant adaptation keeps you stable, but it also keeps you distant. Distant from desire, from spontaneity, from your own emotions. Over time, you might stop asking what you truly want because wanting once felt like a liability. So, you just settle for functioning. And that's often when you hear people say, "I don't know who I am anymore." But here's what really matters. You didn't lose yourself. You didn't become empty. You adapted. And adaptation can feel like loss until you feel safe again. The parts of you that feel missing aren't gone forever. They're just quiet, waiting for a time when they don't have to protect you anymore. There's no big, dramatic moment where you suddenly feel like yourself again. It comes in small signals, a flicker of interest, a moment of clarity, a tiny emotional reaction. It's not about excitement, but recognition, and that's enough to start. Reconnecting with yourself isn't about becoming someone new. It's about letting your system relax enough to stop hiding who you already are. Thanks for watching.